we often look at the figures that etch into the stone of history: the artists, the leaders, the innovators, and wondering how did they become one. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this video, I'm so honored to introduce you myself. My name is Nabilah Khairina and I'm from Muhammadiyah University of Palembang. Standing here, I would love to deliver you my speech with the title, Shaping History Through the Deliberate Action. So ladies and gentlemen, talking about history, it's not something that is already finished or it's already born and set into the stone. No, the history, it is a blank scroll that we are currently writing. But here's the thing, do we let the pen fly? Or do we grip it with the determination? Do we just sit and watch as the history happen? Or do we have the power to shape it through our actions? Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Donald Walsh has ever stated that your life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So, ladies and gentlemen, now it seems that in our world, motion is often mistakenly equated with the meaning. We become busy. We are always ready to adapt with circumstances changing. We respond to mails, deadlines, and even the crisis in our lives. However, it is important to recognize all of this deliberate action in a different reactions matter. But it's not a matter of reaction, but it is an expression of intention. Ladies and gentlemen, deliberate actions is considered the conscious choice that move past inertia and the complacency. And now, I want to invite you to pause and consider WWA, or three simple yet powerful questions before we act. The first one, W, is what's the best thing I can do here? The second W is what kind of future do I want this action to create? And the third A, am I acting this from a strong belief or from a fear? After we base our actions into these intentions, we can go from just watching into creating. Ladies and gentlemen, it's clear that all the giants, I mean the global leaders, the revolutionaries, and even the historical names, they are the ones who shaped the destiny. But this is a dangerous lie that excuses us from the responsibility. Greg Pilt has ever stated that your comfort zone is your danger zone. So, ladies and gentlemen, his story here is not only shaped by all these monumental events, but also from the relentless time to the consistent accumulations of small, deliberate choices that we make of our daily lives. And continue talking about this, ladies and gentlemen. The saddest thing of all of this is how we can get used to the things and stop fighting for them. I mean, history demands not only brilliance, but it also demands commitment. And history, it's for the people that see a broken systems, a gap in the knowledge, an injustice, and concisely decides, I will apply my strength here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now history is shaped by all these moments. History, we don't have to wait for it, for the perfect times, for the perfect leaders, for the perfect moments. But we can make a difference right now, right here, by doing all the small things with a great and good intentions. Have you ever heard about Thomas Alva Edison and all of the times he passed through to turn the light bulb, the small light bulb, from a short-lived laboratory into a potential, affordable, and even widespread of utility in the world? It is because he chose to see the broken system, to acknowledge it, and not giving it up. Also, Tan Malaka has ever stated that great works, it starts with small steps. Now, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you today, what is the thing that you've been putting off so far? What kind of legacy are you choosing to craft with your choices today? Because remember, big goals need a smart and cooperations effort as it's big to achieve them. Now, I want you to let us have live here, not just for a good intentions, but also for the deliberate plans. Let us choose the courage over the comfort, the responsibility over the retreat. Because these generations, we have to make it that this generation didn't merely inherit to the history, but concisely, deliberately, and with a great purpose, we can shape it to make a better future and to make true freedom. Because, like Dr. Muhammad Hatta has ever said, freedom isn't just about what you say, it's also about what you do. I'm Nabilah Khairina from Muhammadiyah University of Palembang. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.